All right, everybody. What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? This is the Breaking Brews podcast. This is the Breaking Brews podcast. There it is. There it is. There it is.
We're back.
Yeah, something like that. Making up words on the podcast.
Like John Williams. I almost said John Cena.
I know. She grew up in a kava bar. All right, it's that time of the week again. This is the Breaking Brews podcast, episode 21. I'm your host, Mikey, too.
And I'm your co-host, Lauren Olivia.
There we go.
You might as well just like...
They're not used. There we go. There we go. Whoa! There we go. See, they're new to this whole podcast thing. This is a new thing for them.
Oh, that's okay.
But we're in one of the biggest kava bars I think you can go to.
I'd say
in
the
Brevard.
biggest, at least in the
I would say
Space
that-
Coast.
I would say considering
Maybe
them and
excluding
Tides. Yeah, Tides.
Because
This
Tides
is-
has that back warehouse.
They have the back warehouse, but like it's super huge, and like they have it split up into segments, which I really like. You have the bar on that side, you have the lounge in the middle, and then you kind of have like the pool tables and the ping
in
pong
like a
tables.
game area.
So like it's very they're shouting for me to play Paramore because they think this is open mic. But yeah, we have fans. It's just they've never been to one of the shows. But yeah, no, we are at our last kava bar in Brevard County. We are at Kava Tea Club, which is located right off of Strawbridge Avenue, which is in downtown Melbourne. It's kind of the center of the nightlife, and honestly, I don't think there's many bars that are as big as this. Like a lot of the
I
bars.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's gonna be really loud for you. But yeah, we're trying new things. The audio might be a little bit quiet for you, for those of you on the live stream, and post editing, it'll be raised up a little bit. We don't know what's wrong with the soundboard. I mean, we have it almost at max volume. We're almost getting feedback through the headset, but you know,
it's okay.
we're also in a really big area, so sound travels pretty
Maybe
well.
it's just bouncing off the walls.
But yeah, no, it's really cool. I mean, for a Monday night, they're really busy. The bar's full. They got
Honestly, I feel like
2 or
they're
the 3
always busy.
Yeah, they got 2
Like,
of the 3 pool
even-
tables full.
Like, I started coming here maybe 3 years ago, I'd say now.
Yeah.
And it's always been a packed house in here. And they've come a long way, like, as
I mean,
far as decor and scenery.
Like
and,
honestly, I mean, what it was when it first opened was crazy. Like we had in here lawn furniture as the furniture.
like, just starting
It was
out.
one big white building with just that orange wall. All that was open, and it looked just kind of like a warehouse that happened to be serving kava.
Yeah.
And now there's so much now. Like they have
It
actual
looks-
decoration. They have greenery. They have this wall. I love this.
It looks like a very modern bohemian
Like
in
here's
here.
the thing is they used to have all the artwork in here, which was really cool, but it didn't fit in.
Oh,
Now
that's...
they painted all the walls different ways, and it's super nice.
And a lot of them, it looks like are murals. And
Yeah.
I like that a lot more, honestly. But it was so nice that they, like, put up local artists' work that you can purchase.
I also like they have the wall of Mitras, so that's really
Yeah.
cool. We got people that love Mitra as much
And
as
then
we do.
they also
In the
have, like,
chandeliers.
I really love the vines.
I love the vines.
on
Any
the-
kind of greenery really makes any kava bar kind of pop because you know, kava bars are kind of like this natural holistic kind of business. Which is our first round. We like to call this or that, where we take this or that, 2 things that kind of are opposing, or just 2 separate choices, and we choose which we like and why. We call people up from the audience and from the bar, bring them on, and see what they think, and it just kind of allows us to get more crowd involvement and allows people to feel a little more personally attached to the episodes. But without further ado, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, let's hop into it.
Our first topic. So I put a little more fun questions, things that make us think a little bit more why we do what we do, and it might sound almost adolescent for the question I'm gonna ask, but the first question is, which do you prefer, Apple or Android?
I've always been an Apple user. It's just clean, it's simplistic. Whereas I like Android. I like that. I feel like you can do more with it, and it's more. It's not like open source, but I don't know.
Well, I feel like as
I
a
feel like
coder, you would
it's
like an Android
I
because
feel like it's more user. I don't know. I guess like if you're more into tech, you're more into like more intricate stuff and more customization and personalization. I'd say definitely go with Android.
yeah.
Whereas Apple, if you like it simplistic, straight to the point, clean, yeah, then I
Like here's
definitely
the thing:
recommend Apple.
is I won't pretend like Apple doesn't act like the stuff that they add to their new phones isn't something that's been around for a couple of years already. But I will say, and it's gonna sound so stupid, the only reason I've stuck with my iPhone, there's two reasons. One's actually smart, one's stupid. The stupid one is I have kept the iPhone because I could never use Android emojis. I could never.
I
I literally could not. You will never catch me sending Android emojis.
I feel like I would have had an Android by now, but FaceTime has always been so
Well,
crucial to me.
you can get FaceTime on an Android now.
Oh, you can.
So okay, the things that were keeping me back before was the from switching to Android was the emojis,
Hmm.
being having able to have access to everything from my computer to my tablet to my phone, and Apple Music.
Yeah, I
Two
know
of
you're a
those
huge
things,
Apple Music fan.
two of those things have been solved for the most part. I can pretty much access a lot of my Apple stuff from any kind of device, and you can have Apple Music on an Android device now. And I don't know if you were always able to do that, but
Probably not, honestly.
because I feel like Apple has the more, I mean, obviously has the way more superior music platform compared to like Google Music or Google Play, whatever it is.
Mhm.
But I will say where iPhones are getting beat is the cameras. The
Yeah.
cameras on an Android
You
are
can never
insane.
beat an Android camera.
I mean, the pixels. Look at the pixels. The pixels, the Galaxy cameras, I mean, even also the flip aspect. I
Yeah.
want a flip phone.
I was looking at the Motorola. I thought it was really great and amazing. I was ready to purchase it, but I went there in person. The camera sucked.
Really?
Yeah, the camera was not good.
Well, so okay. So if I were to trade my iPhone in for anything, it would 100% be for Pixel. So right now we're
Yeah.
having a local celebrity come up here. Before he gets into his channel, we're gonna have him answer a question we have here. I wouldn't talk that closely into it.
Quick little 50 ball.
All right, all right. So Tylin, the question we have for you before we get into a little bit about you is which do you prefer and why? Apple products or Android?
Oh, Apple all the way.
Why do you choose that?
What's an Android?
Okay, so now I went for Apple as well, but I did have some disses on Apple. Is the fact that if you want a better camera quality, you have to pay an extra like $400 for the Pro Max, when you could just buy the Pixel, which is better than the iPhone Pro Max camera, and get it for like $400 cheaper, and there's no upgrade. That's the best camera quality you get.
So if I took pictures, I would buy it for that. But I like iMessages, and that's literally it.
Well, okay, so I said my stupid reason was because I could not use Android emojis. Those are the ugliest looking things ever. Like you would think after how much they troll all over social media how bad their emojis are, they would have a rebrand of
I
emojis.
can't do the emojis or green messages.
Well, okay, you know they don't do that anymore on or on Androids.
It's not
No,
green?
it's all blue now.
Well,
That was in their newest update.
guess
You know, hey, they're taking a lot of steps. Apple, they are.
Android finally stepped
But
up.
okay, but I will say another thing I said on Apple is the fact that Apple is always like 4 years behind on technology. Like Android obviously always does stuff first. There are some things that Apple did back in the days ahead, but Android, you have all those tech companies outside of America. All this Apple stuff really is happening here. Like maybe China. I don't know. I think there's like
What is an app in China?
yeah. Well, since you were able to graciously answer that, we're gonna ask you some questions about who's Master T and what do you have going on. I see you just created a YouTube channel.
I did.
And what's it all about? I think
did.
it has something to do with guns.
Oh, it's got a lot to do with guns.
It's got a
We're
lot
gonna
to
be
do with
creating
guns.
gun content. Eventually, I'd like to get to where I have my own range.
Okay.
So I can have a free range that people can come out to. We can get them trained. You know, in case
We could call it Master G's, Master Guns.
G's, baby. Yeah, see, this guy, he's on to something.
And you guys can pay me royalties for that later.
I still don't. I'm older now.
What other than like having your own range, what's something you look forward to doing with the channel? Like what's a video you would want to shoot?
I would like to shoot a video bringing as many people that don't know about shotguns in any kind of training or anything, and bring them together so that more people are more aware and understand how to control
But we're gonna have
the things that some people may or may not like.
So what is the name of the channel?
It is Ghost Operator. You find it easier.
And is that with a
Ghost
zero for
It
the
is.
for operator, or
Nope.
is it a capital O?
It's capital O.
Capital O.
Ghost
Well,
Operator.
hey, Ghost Operator Breaking Brews mix-up episode, bro. We started it here. We're gonna get
Yeah.
well. We are gonna get on to the next question. Which the next question? We always like to split it up. We like to have one normal, just kind of like shoot the shot kind of question, and the next one kind of has to do with kratom kava. This next question is gonna be, which do we prefer more, herbal teas or kratom tea? And now, I'm gonna go first for this one because I'm
Okay.
gonna take the controversial stand here in the sense I prefer herbal teas over kratom tea 8 out of the 10 times because as much as I love my kratom teas, I like I like the fact that with herbal teas there's a multitude of effects. With kratom, you have really like kind of the four main effects.
I don't know. I've been like kind of an herbal tea girly. Like matcha is considered an herbal tea, right?
No,
No.
matcha's just matcha.
So this week's question is: do you prefer an herbal tea or would you prefer kratom?
I mean, that's pretty obvious. Kratom, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a kratom fan. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of kratom for many years. I feel like it does more than what an herbal tea could give to me.
Yeah. I mean, I like herbal tea.
Yeah, I like
You know.
herbal tea too, but I feel like kratom has more effects. Where Mikey was arguing that like maybe an herbal tea has more health benefits than kratom, but I feel
Well,
like
that's true. Well, yeah, herbal tea is definitely better for you. Like,
yeah,
It's, I believe it's drunk specifically for health, whereas kratom, it's drink more for the effects.
yeah. I feel like the effects though help
Mhm.
my overall health, because I have like herniated discs,
Mhm.
so it
Yeah.
helps relieve pain for me.
That's true.
Whereas tea, I don't think I get that same relief at all, like from an herbal tea.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's why I'd rather pick kratom.
Fair enough.
I think all in all, it just like works better for me or has more benefits for me personally.
Yeah. Same. I'm looking for a more immediate effect, whether that's feeling better, focusing, pain relief, sleep.
Yeah, because I feel like even if you drink a tea and you're like trying to get yourself to like go to sleep, like yes, it's relaxing, but it's not
Yeah.
really gonna put me to sleep.
Gotcha.
Whereas I feel like kratom sometimes that will knock you out and put you to sleep.
True. Yeah. Good red will.
Yeah.
I make it at home, and we used to infuse it with chamomile to try to boost that effect.
Oh really?
Yeah. Ended up not doing it anymore because chamomile turns out doesn't taste that good with kratom, at least the way we were making it. So.
All right, we're gonna have. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have a bonus. We're gonna have a bonus question. This is never before been asked or looked at questions. Come on, there we go. I know how to hold that. So
Oh my
this
gosh,
is
I
a
love your earrings. Thank you.
this is a spur of the moment question. I'm gonna just literally, I'm gonna go through one of our questions from one of our old episodes. So go ahead and introduce yourself while I'm doing that.
My name is Nyla.
And what do you do, Nyla?
I draw for about 15 hours a day.
And then what else? You do something very interesting.
Music.
That too. You also bake.
Oh my god.
Can we talk about? Oh, all right. There we go. There's our question. What is Nyla's favorite thing to bake?
Oh my
Like right now,
gosh.
if we pulled you into a bakery,
And they said bake.
and we said make us the thing that you make the best. What would the best be?
Okay. So,
Okay.
I love making berry cakes
Berry cakes.
where the batter is just like a plain vanilla cake and then I'll add frozen fruit in it. And then the frosting is heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, and cinnamon.
I love cinnamon.
Love
I love cinnamon.
cinnamons.
We talked about that on an episode. You're hitting all the points.
Oh yeah.
So okay. So what makes it Nyla's berry cake compared to just some run of the mill Joe Schmo berry cake?
Say with love, obviously.
Do you like tell it secrets or like
You might find snake skin on it.
Yo. No, Nyla is one of the is the edgiest person in the kava bar scene. Also the edgiest person in the kava bar scene. Always got the good fits on. Is an amazing artist. Are you willing to share where your music is found? What you?
Yes.
All right. What's your Instagram, and then what is your stage name? What's it under?
So Nyla Lois on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, All Music, just NILAH and LOIS. And then for Instagram wise,
Okay.
I have a lot of Instagram accounts. We have Nyla's Nibbles.
Okay.
Nibbles
Wow.
B. That's for my food. Yes. I post like almost every day, and then on certain days there'll just be like 10 posts
How
from
did I
that
not
same
know
day.
about this?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Well, now you do know.
Now I know, and I'm gonna have to go just like you guys at home. I'm gonna have to go follow and subscribe.
And then my other Instagram for my art and tattoo practicing is Nyla Tattoos. Very original. And yeah.
Crazy. Well, thank you so much, Nyla. We appreciate you coming up here spur of the moment. You're one of
Thank
our
you.
favorite. I mean, you're one of
Thank
my
you.
favorite people here. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the part of the show we like to call Inner Brews, where we interview someone or a few people that are big parts of the community, and
Oh no, the ice cream is. The thing is melting.
that's okay. You know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. I mean, we melt under pressure. But Mara made us some really delicious looking drinks. So I'm gonna have Mara explain what each one of them is, and then we're gonna do a little taste test, and we're gonna get into our first question.
Okay, so this is a pineapple watermelon Arnold Palmer.
That sounds so good.
That is my favorite drink ever.
So I'm gonna taste that one.
Yeah, this one's the best.
And
And then
then what
this
you
is mango and passion fruit. This is also
That's
fire.
perfect for me.
And
I love
then
that.
this one is Oreos and kava and chocolate
That's pretty good.
That's all you.
Yep.
This is really good.
melted on my fingers.
Alex, come try it. So this is producer Alex. He's been trained to be a producer thanks to me. I taught him everything he knows. So if it goes wrong, it's not his fault, it's mine. So Alex, this
Oh,
is
you wanna
what
try
is it?
this one? It's Oreos and cream, but it's a little bit melty. So
You'll have to wash your hands afterwards.
yeah, actually. Can you hand me a paper towel?
So what you got, Alex? Go ahead and try it. Let me know what you think. I think it tastes amazing.
Thank you.
I'll take the whole roll.
I think
'cause
you
we'll probably
just
have
took
to
a big sip of chocolate.
mix it up. Hey, mix it up.
Yeah. Fire.
It looks beautiful. The presentation.
Well, Mara, we you're really great at making drinks, and I mean, ever since you came here to Kava Tea Club, you have made some pretty big changes. Like, I mean, we were just talking about it in the beginning of the episode how like it's a night and day's difference. Like, not no pun intended with the fact that it used to be white walls and now it's black walls.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
this really feels more like a kava bar than before because I was saying it was kind of the furniture was like outdoor lawn furniture.
Mhm.
There was no connectivity to any of it.
Yeah.
And
So
now
that's all thanks to Mandy because when we started working here while Mandy was actually redoing it all. So
Mandy's
she
the
did a really
boss.
good job. Yeah.
And so I guess the first question we're gonna ask you is since you have been here, what is the biggest thing to change? Like what's the most dramatic change in atmosphere, beverages?
That's really it. Atmosphere, beverages, everything has changed a lot. We changed the menu. Actually, like when we first started working here, we did a whole um, relaunch where we did a brand new menu.
Yeah, I think it's
And
easier when you guys were in that limbo because
Mhm.
switching from old management to new management.
yeah,
And you guys obviously did such a phenomenal job.
thank you.
I mean, so with having such, we were also talking about you guys. I would say, other than Tides, you guys have the biggest kava bar in Brevard.
Yeah.
If
it is
not,
a big space.
like I genuinely like I've been to probably like 35, 40 kava bars. The only other one that's comparable to this size, and honestly might be the exact same size, is Mad Hatter. Because
I've never been there.
Mad Hatter's
The
in
one
St. Pete. Mad Hatter's in
Oh.
St. Pete, so it's all themed as the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, and it's really artistic. But Alex actually went with us. We went with Josh Dalton. He's one of y'all's
Yeah.
regulars. He
Joshy.
Joshy, we love Joshy. Joshy actually, we interviewed Joshy a month ago, I think, almost a month ago to the day. But with that one, it's got it's kind of how you guys have. We said you have three sections. You have the bar, you have the lounge, and then the game room. So they have their game room on the far left side, which is connected to like an outdoor patio, and then their bar is in the center. It's like kind of in the round.
We actually thought about doing that. Angel thought about like after the new place opens, taking this whole bar and moving it into the center.
I
That
think
way it'd be
here's the
like-
thing: is you have so much space here in the center compared to there because you have like the closet and stuff. But realistically, you could move the lounge over there where people enter through,
Yeah.
and then keep the game room over here because like it just makes sense.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't know though, because like, would you guys take down that wall over there?
Probably not. We have a lot of ideas, but I
Having a
think
circle
that's
bar
staying
would
up.
make something very unique. I think. Like a
Would you?
complete
Okay, well
circle.
then, would you put it long ways like this or long ways like that?
So literally how it is like this and just like
What
into
if
the
we
middle.
took Bikini Bottom and pushed it to the other side?
Yeah.
Well, okay, you guys have a
It
good
depends on
mix.
the day.
I would say because like whenever I first came in here, you had probably a good half the bar was people over 30, and then the other half was probably
Yeah.
24 and
Well, that's why all this space is good because all the younger people will kind of hang out,
Like
play
the
games,
games,
and then the
yeah.
older people will kind of just sit at
Yeah.
the bar.
I mean, you have the ladies that all hang out like kind of as a group, and they like it's kind of like part of their routine to come and like have like some girl time at the bar, which is really nice. And you guys like it's almost like a family. Like they're in all your social
Yeah.
media posts,
Mhm.
and even outside of work and outside the cover bar, you guys are always spending time together, which is
Yeah.
really nice to see because some people think because it's different than being a bartender. It's hard to be a friend with a bartender, but it's easy to be friends with a cava tender.
Yeah.
But people get that stigmatism where they're just like, "Oh, you're a bartender. Like you're just in it for the tips." But like, as much as like, you give best service to, get the most money you can, like really like for the most part you're friendly with everybody. We'll switch you out for Gabe, and then we'll bring you back up for your last question. So one thing that we're really excited about is the day that this episode comes out, the Mitra ad that we filmed should be out in circulation. We filmed a commercial for Mitra for Valentine's Day, and we're really excited.
Oh, I'm excited for it. It came out so
It
good.
came out really
I
well,
kept
and here's the
watching
thing
it over and over
is
again.
they genuinely did not have to tell us it looked good. Like they for sure 100% were able to tell us this looks like garbage. And she said
I'm kidding.
she said thank you. The video is great. I will be sharing this with the social teams today. It is so creative and well done. Thank you for sending. Have a great day. And
Aw.
Shannon is one of the most quick responding, very helpful employees that Mitra has, and she really like I don't usually wait longer than a day. And that's just
Wow.
one thing
That's great.
is one really good thing with Mitra is you're always gonna get great customer service, whether you're having an issue with an order being delivered or kind of getting some info. Mitra is always there to give
Yeah.
you guys always there to give you guys the answers you need. You can always ask them, DM them on Instagram at it is Mitra 9 official. Let me just double check and make sure we're good. Mitra 9 official. So don't forget we are doing a giveaway, and that's for everybody, not just for this bar specifically. Right now, up until March 1st, every single video you like and comment on, you have to do both. You get 2 entries in to win. We're giving away 4 Kava Mitra seltzers, 4 Kratom Mitra seltzers, a couple of Go packs, and some M9 shots. And all you have to do is just enter to win. You just gotta make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, following the Instagram, and every video you like and comment on, that's 2 entries, plus an entry for subscribing to the Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, time's ticking. Go.
So yeah, you
Go
only got
comment.
like 2.5 weeks. So make sure it happens and make mine a Mitra 9.
Thank
All right,
you guys.
we're gonna be getting the next gear in this machine up here. This is Gabe, and Gabe is kind of the comic relief. Take a seat.
Sorry.
Sit on down. But Gabe's kind of the comic relief here at the bar. He's always, if you're ever feeling down, he always is making noises. Always kind of someone there to listen and talk to. That's one thing I said is you guys have really great employees. Like you guys go out of your way to not feel like kava tenders or to feel like bartenders. You're like an actual friend. Like you're creating a connection with people specifically. Yeah, they love you. The bar loves
Yeah, I
you.
mean,
What can you say?
I don't know, man. I've always been told that. I mean, especially here, a lot of people always say cater to a very particular crowd.
Yeah, you have a very infectious personality. I mean, you're very I mean, it's very rare that I see you ever not smiling. Like you're always interacting with customers. You're always like whether it's
You're
with the
always
ping
at 100,
pong.
huh?
Yeah, you're always
Yeah,
on you
yeah.
don't act like you're above everybody. You're on the same level as everybody. Which some people I've noticed with a lot of kava bars, managers act as if they're some royal king or queen and they I don't know, it's such a turnoff and it makes me not want to spend time in that business. And not even just kava bars, like if you like just being an employee of a kava bar or or of a serving restaurant, because in the end of everything, you guys are really servers. Like you guys are serving drinks. It's hard to be a server,
Yeah, I
especially with
mean,
how rude people are.
it. That's kind of the hard part. I always say for kava tenders, I mean, even bartending. I mean, I've been bartending for years before I even came on to kava tending. But the way to put it is, especially with when we get new hires, I put it simple as this. It's like working as a kava tender is a lot different than a bartender. It's difficult. Like
Yeah,
people don't realize how difficult. It's an easy job. You get paid to, I mean, to pretty much stick around. It's that's kind of really all it is.
yeah,
I mean, you're pouring tea, pouring mud water. That's really
yeah,
it at the end of the day. The issue is when you have somebody that's brand new onto the floor and it's a it's a blessing and a curse. I'll put
yeah,
it this way. It's like having an entire family over at the bar, right? You know how you can act in front of your family?
mm,
Like you can act pissed off, you can act super happy, you can be sad, cry, whatever, and your family will never look at you any different. You can be out of pocket in front of your family because they
yeah,
know you and they're easy to forgive because you're family. When you're in front of these people, you build such a strong personal relationship with each and every one of them. And sometimes that comes as a challenge to some of these new kava tenders, or even me. It comes to it gets very personal sometimes. So it's a matter of acting
it's being able to separate business and work, or like,
right,
yeah,
right. And we don't want it to go that way. Like
yeah,
obviously it's a business.
like,
This place has to produce for the owner.
yeah.
Like I understand that.
Really, the
It's
way I see it, the issue is like here's the thing: is obviously everybody's your family at the kava bar, but like you always have to. I've noticed with like, cause I've helped train a couple kava tenders throughout like the community, but the issue I see the most is people really are great at having that connection with people and like having connections and having that family aspect. But whenever somebody new shows up, they need to be able to pause what they're doing with the people that they're close with
right,
and welcome in
right,
that new person that just walked in the door
right.
because it takes someone's first interaction with a kava bar to be negative to never come back to it.
Right. Well, think about your first time coming into a kava bar. I mean, the first time I ever been into any single kava bar was actually my first one was I moved here August 15th of 2020, and I went to Islander after a week
Yeah.
of being here because I was trying to meet new friends. I didn't know anybody here. I got super messed up off my first serving of kava. I'm like, what the hell is this? But that environment that they have there. I mean, it's like these really cool surfer guys. It fit my vibe, and everybody was talking to me apart from like a regular bar where everybody's super messed up, and you know, it's just a different kind of environment. It felt like a club, not like a club
Yeah.
as in like a dance club,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like more of a
Like a lounge.
like a lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a kind of a lounge. So it was just one of those things that made me want to come back. The bartender was Kyle at the time who worked there. Was super
Kyle was the first
knowledgeable.
person to ever
He was
serve me
cool.
kava.
He's
I love
awesome,
Kyle.
dude. Kyle's awesome, man. He educated me highly on all the product and everything. And after I started to get the effects, I was like, wow, this is dope.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome, dude. Later on, we get involved in working at one of these places, and it's kind of cool, man. It's like from that moment, 4 years, well, 5 years ago, man. Well, it's gonna be 5 years ago, man. I can't believe that we're here. I mean, shoot, and all the people that we know, man. It's a great way
It's
to network.
crazy how many people like you don't really think about like for people that are coming into it new and they're like, oh, this seems so niche. There are so many people in this community, like if especially in the state of Florida. Like we're lucky that we live in Florida and we're into
Right.
kava bars because some states like Texas have like 3 kava bars in total.
We've actually been to some in Texas. They're awesome.
We're actually so
Shout out
May
to
5th.
the Kava Bar, dude. That place is.
We're going there
awesome.
on Cinco de Mayo.
Dude, we went there. I guess long story short, my wife and I, Mara, my beautiful wife.
Yeah, Mara's your wife. For those of you that don't know,
We're independent insurance adjusters, so we travel a lot for work. It's really cool, man. We have this truck that has this nice pop up tent on it.
Yeah.
And we grind
I
30
see
days
you guys are using it for the
straight,
movie
man.
night.
Yeah.
That's
30
awesome.
days straight, man.
Uh-huh.
We grind work, but one of the cool things is that we need Wi-Fi for a lot of these jobs to go inspect, and we got a lot of computer work to do. We sat at the Kava Bar, and what's cool is that the same way we feel at a lot of Kava bars here, I mean, they gave that same kind of vibe, dude. It's like Kava bars kind of they have their own things. A lot of them do it differently. They have their own little spice to it, but I can go to a Kava bar that far away and have the same interactions, like great ones, with people in a completely different state.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome, man.
It's almost like it's like finding out you have family in a different state. Literally, yeah.
Yeah, dude, and we still talk to them, man. Actually the
Is it David?
Dave, yeah,
David, I love David.
Oh yeah, dude, David's awesome, man.
You know,
He still hits us up.
we sat on the phone with him for 2.5 hours setting up everything, like kind of working stuff out because it's a lot. It's a lot to like. That's the first kava bar. It's gonna be a really big step for us because that's our first kava bar that we're going to outside of the state. Like, cause we could go to like 70, 80 kava bars in the state of Florida, or probably not, but like a lot. We can go to a lot in the state of Florida, but going out there to an area where there's only 2 kava bars in that area, like that's crazy. Like, especially in a different state.
Yeah, the Kava bar's cool, man.
They're
social
very
media manager.
They're really great.
I mean, they're awesome, dude. I mean, you think about. I guess they were just showing us a little bit about their story, and even with all the employees, I mean, they got it down to the T, dude. And what's great, one of the things that I really loved when I was there for newcomers that did come in, they put a halt on people that order too much. From my understanding, I mean,
That's
I don't know
good.
if it's everybody, but from the bartenders there, they're like, yeah, dude, we try to inform people as best we can.
That was one of our most
with
important
Kratom,
things.
man. I try to do that here. All the bartenders do that here. We inform people when they first come in. Obviously, there's this really negative things that people say about Kratom, which I strongly disagree with. I mean, it's a great alternative to other things. I mean, why is it that you can Google alcohol and all of a sudden it's like, you know, oh man, alcohol is Jesus Christ. You look up kratom, it's the devil, dude. It doesn't make any sense. I understand there's some people that can abuse it. Certain ways as you can
But
abuse
anything, yeah, anything. That's one thing. Is just having moderation when you drink.
Exactly. It's in the coffee family, man. I mean, you're not going to sit there and have a gallon of espresso every single day, right? If you didn't have it the next day, you'd probably be freaking out, man.
Yeah.
I have a massive migraine and all that, so I don't. I like that aspect, and we try to do that here. I learned that from them while we were working there. I was like, I want to apply this to Capitico. So it's just nice because we have a lot of customers here that are like, man, I'm actually glad that you said something because I sometimes hear these stories about people that are completely unaware. Me being one of them at the time. I mean, it's new. Yeah.
I mean, so yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing is like the way I say is if you try going into a kava bar trying to make money and that's what you're all about and you're not about the community, you're not going to succeed.
Right.
It's always going to fail.
Right.
And I mean, one way that you get involved in your community, I mean, even right now, you have an event going on. You guys have some of the most fun events. You guys did a SpongeBob party for your birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
SpongeBob was my favorite.
Yeah,
Dude.
I love SpongeBob. We got the Doodle Bob here.
Hell yeah,
But like
dude.
we love
Hell yeah.
like the way that you do things. Like you guys have all the parties. You guys had a movie night where you projected up on the building. Like that's so cool. You guys are doing bingo. You guys have pool tournaments, kava pong, like stuff like that. How are you guys coming up with all these ideas? Like, and they always seem to hit pretty well. Like your parties are always huge.
So yeah, that was actually that was a very difficult thing for us in the beginning. So I guess to make long story short, we were associated with Kalana.
Yeah.
Which great spot. We learned a lot through that place. I mean,
their raves were kind of like the biggest thing.
Dude, they're
like,
awesome,
I mean,
man.
people still talk about them.
Tenders were sharp. I mean, everybody got their stuff down to the T. Customers are really cool, man. What's cool is that all these customers go to all these different kava bars, and it's just a matter of which ones are home.
Yeah.
But after we left Palhana, we were in search of a different venture. Mara and I just got married. We were like, okay, what are we gonna do? Kava Tea Club was in this area is completely different. And it's not the same
No.
as it was. It is not the same. Everybody has
completely
this
different.
opinion of Tea Club like it's some kind of crazy wacko place, but it's really not, man. It took. I'll give all the credit to my wife, man. I'll give all the credit to Tylen, Mandy, dude.
Seriously.
Tylen and Mandy, dude. When they did start doing the decor, and then yeah,
They don't call him Master T for nothing.
yeah, Mandy. It does, dude. It's like
Mandy
everybody.
just has like a way at seeing things differently,
Mhm.
and just the way that she sees things is just if she can think of what everybody else is thinking when you
Yeah.
can't put it to words,
Yeah.
and she puts it to the paper.
Yeah, dude, Mandy, like Tylen. I first met Tylen at Palhana.
Yeah,
Then I started hanging out. I kicked it with him for a little bit, and I mean, we go to the gun range every now and then.
yeah,
But when I started working with him, working with Mandy first, I mean, Mandy's got this very particular this vision for this place and what she wanted to be, from my understanding,
yeah,
and she made it happen. Mandy went off into a different venture. Tyler went off into a different venture. It was really slow because I mean they were trying to recover the reputation that it had,
yeah.
and which is unfortunate.
It was a
It was-
very very hard. I mean, I
it
had some
was.
really bad experiences,
It was.
but compared to where it's gone from then, like
It was.
seriously, like I said before, night and
Yes.
day's difference. Like
Yes.
people want to be here, and they like. I felt like a lot of reason why I came out here was like for one specific person, like be like, oh, I feel bad, like I want to go out and support
Yeah.
them, but then you're like almost having to put like yourself in an uncomfortable
I don't
situation.
think anyone should do. When I first started here, after Tylen and Mandy left, it was a little lonely because I mean, dude, there was nobody in here. There was nobody in here. There's not a single soul in here. Maybe every now and then regulars that come and see what's going on with the place.
Yeah.
But it was like, man, and people give Mara and I the credit. You gotta give Tylen and Mandy the credit.
Yeah.
We picked up where they started, so we finished off what their plan was for this place, and we're still not done. We have a lot of work to
Yeah.
do. So then it was figuring, okay, how are we gonna get people in here? How are we gonna get our regulars in here that won't even set foot in this place? Okay, great. Started with finished the remodel for the most part. Get some good events together by actually getting the Kava communities and all the customers to think, what kind of events do you guys
I
want?
mean, you get them involved. Joe does
Yeah.
cookouts like almost
Yeah.
like 3 times a week or
Yeah,
something
dude.
like that. And
And
Joe's
it's
a really
good
good
food.
cook. You have
Yeah.
you have
So
you
our
guys have
plan
the
was
cookies, the big goods.
our plan was for that summer. Summer was coming up. It's like, okay, everyone's out for the summer. How are we going to get this place loaded to where it's how it's never been? What's our goal? We had a goal with an expectation. We wanted to meet that goal by the end of summer, and we did. We took that entire summer to hound. Sorry, guys. All the all the customers we could to make them regulars. I mean, and a lot of people give Mar and I mean, these great compliments. They say that, they stay because of us. It's like it's not even about the bar; it's about the people here.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we have our bad days. Yeah, we have our really great days. But the customers, they kind of know. Like I said, it's a family thing. They understand how it works too. They understand that we're going through stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what's cool is that these people here for every step of the way. And what's awesome is, man, is that all these customers are so like-minded, just like us. I mean, there's no other bar like Tea Club. There's not. Like I said, coffee bars have their own thing, but this is like the most rowdy, wildest, craziest, goofy crowd, and this place is made
You
for
know,
that. Yeah,
I think I've said it before on the podcast, but like honestly, a kava bar is almost like a church where it's not the kava bar isn't the building; it's the people in the
Mhm.
building like that make it up. Because here's the thing: is the employees, the customers. You could have great employees, but if the customers are garbage, people don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But if you have good employees but bad customers, then it turns off new customers for coming into here. So you have to,
Agreed.
you have to. There's a small little bit of law and order that has to go on within the kava bar.
I
Like,
agree.
so like one thing that I noticed that you guys have handled very well is like, for a while there, like there was a really big loitering issue,
There was.
but it's almost
We're downtown, man.
yeah
We're
you're downtown.
We're downtown. I'm sure you've seen a lot of it. A lot of the ways we handle it. Sometimes it's difficult because we had, the ladies working at night. I mean, we're here 7 days a week,
Yeah,
pretty much from the start of the day till close.
Yeah.
We keep a pretty good eye on that. But I will give credit to some of the customers that will, we call them snitch, but they come up
Yeah.
to us like, hey, dude, this dude's back there. He's just, I don't know what he's doing, drinking, whatever. And we explain to them that we've had people that have been drinking. We're like, hey, dude, like maybe next time you come in, like can't be in here now because obviously we don't allow alcohol on the property. But maybe next time you come and get Kratom and Kava try. Well,
It is a
they
very
end up
hard thing,
becoming a
being
customer. It's kind
because
of cool.
we did an episode last week in downtown Cocoa Beach, which is like if you look at it, there's 3 kava bars out there. For every kava bar, there's about 9 regular bars, like alcohol bars, and they're
Nice.
huge. Like
Yeah.
they tower over it. Like Bula is maybe the size of like your closet over there, and then you have like Calm Collective is pretty big. It's like about 3/4 the size of here, but then you have Booch Bar, which is like a big U shape. So like I asked them, I was like, being in an area that's so alcohol driven, like that whole city runs on alcohol. Like
Yeah.
that's their infrastructure is
Yeah.
bars and restaurants. How do you guys, being literally down to you're next door to probably 13, 14 bars,
Yeah.
like how do you guys kind of combat that? Like it's got to be difficult.
I mean, I look at it this way. So, yes, there's a lot of bars down here. Cool. Downtown Melbourne, especially. But come down here Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Is there life out there? No. There's
Yeah.
not. It's only
Yeah.
it's a weekend.
And they have to do certain events to, kind of like
Yeah.
pick it up. Like,
Yeah.
and like that's the thing is like you guys have almost an event not every day, but for the most
Every
part.
day. For
Yeah.
the most part, yeah.
Like, and that's one thing that you guys have down pat. Like, you
So-
guys know what works, and you guys have weaned off what doesn't.
And a lot of people look at having 2 kava bars downtown. I think it's great. But I like to wake up in the world thinking, why is it that there's alcohol bars on every corner, but why can't there be kava bars? What's so wrong with that?
Yeah.
I think sometimes people think that there's like this fight for the clientele, but
Yeah,
they go
it's
everywhere.
not,
And
yeah.
they kava hop,
Because
they
like
go
same thing
everywhere.
with
They
bars.
crawl everywhere.
Those other bars do not complain about them a new bar moving in because like the way that it is psychologically, no one's gonna stay at one bar in downtown on a Friday night the whole night. Like you have the
Right.
few weird yahoos that'll like stay line dancing all night because that's what they enjoy. But like for the most part, if there's 5 bars within each other, 4 out of those 5 bars are gonna get that first customer at
Yeah.
each of those bars, and they all feed off each other. So like I feel like that's how it should be. Now, obviously, if there's like if they're trashing another business's name, that's completely different. Like
Right.
obviously, like there's no brotherly love in that, but you got to be the higher, like you got to have the higher ground. You got to be the better person. And that's one thing, I feel like we've really nipped in the bud over the last year and a half. Like there's still a little bit of it, but like everybody's slowly getting along. Like
Yeah.
there are some places that could still work on it a little bit, but for the most part, everybody gets along. Like I remember, I would say like 3 years ago, if like you mentioned any bar in another kava bars, they'd be like, "Hey, bro, take that somewhere else."
Yeah.
But now everybody
It is.
realized how useful it is to have other kava bars around, and
Yeah.
nobody gets upset. And
No,
the
I
ones that
agree.
do get upset is because there's obviously some kind of beef between.
Yeah, which honestly, like that's not even our beef to
Yeah,
have.
it's not.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so
do
exhausting.
we just I mean, say it's like to say it this way. I mean, we just work.
Yeah, you're just
We're for
right.
everybody. It's a kava community, man.
I think it's so important to see other kava bars or any business as not being a competitor, but as somebody who can help you. And you
Right,
can help
exactly. I
them.
mean, we all feed each other, man. I mean, we any other kava. I mean, obviously, we welcome everybody in here. I mean, uh, Ty and Ed from Tide used to come to here all the
Yeah.
time. I mean, anybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Anyone's
We're
welcome.
honestly just one big community,
Yeah.
one big family.
Well, usually our biggest question that we ask a business is like we've spent the podcast kind of talking about the past and what's going on in the present, but we like to look at the future and we like to ask people, what's the next big thing? Like we're gonna ask you two. It's kind of a two-parter. Is what's big coming up and what do you have planned for the next year
For Tea Club
in general?
in general. So a lot of these questions, I'd say, a lot of them are for Angel, the owner of Kava Tea Club. But I guess I answer in a way on his behalf. I mean, the way Angel, Tylen, Mara, and I work together. Mara runs social media. Tylen is the assistant manager. Angel's obviously a head honcho.
Yeah.
And we just do what he tells us what he needs us to do. I mean, we make a lot of decisions here on our own for what's best for the business, but obviously Angel's the ultimate decision. So
Yeah. It's like
um,
what are some events you might have coming up or something big?
something big. I think you know what it is.
Yeah. But what about tell the people at home what you got going on?
Mackay, man. Mackay's
Mackay.
opening up, man.
Dude, it's
Mackay's opening up.
crazy. Like it's such
Yeah.
a wild concept that makes so much sense.
Makai's opening up, man. I mean, have you seen the pictures?
So
They're
I've
awesome.
seen some pictures. I haven't seen any pictures in the last month and a half, maybe. So
Makai
okay.
Kava?
So go ahead.
Okay, so Makai Kava Bar and Grill.
Oh, bar
There's
and
a
grill.
Makai Kava Bar and Grill. So okay, so the cool thing is, right? So there's a customer. His name is David Fleming. He owns a roofing company. Um, I got to chatting with him one day. He was a customer
Yeah.
that came in here one day, and because I'm an insurance adjuster and he's a roofer, I mean, we started talking about roofs and my side of the job, his side of the job. It became this really, really good friend. I mean, this guy is such a genuine dude. I cannot say anything more positive about this guy. I mean, you'll meet him and you'll just know
Yeah.
this guy is on top of things, dude. This guy is like he's done a lot for Mara and even Thailand and everybody that works. He's done a lot for us. And this is genuine. This guy has gone out the way for us, man. I mean, you can talk to this dude like he's your best friend. Provides a lot of guidance for us. He understands that we're young. I'm 24. Mara's 22. We're just kids in his eyes. Um, but this guy has this great. We all came together. David kind of mentioned it, and he's like, "Oh, let's." Dave and Angel are like, "Let's do this kava bar, man. What if we just made that other spot up there a kava bar?" They had other plans for it, and we're like, "Yeah, dude, like why not?" And then
I
you
mean, it's
think
been a
about
lot in the last couple of
yeah,
years
yeah,
because
it has.
it was a regular biker bar, like your
Yeah.
run of the mill. Then it was
El
Koki,
yeah,
and like it's really cool. Like it's got an outdoor bar,
yeah,
but it has the cool garage doors. I love that
Yeah.
because we went to a kava bar in St. Pete or Tampa,
Yeah.
and it's called Roots Kava Lounge or Grassroots, and they have like old school like fireman garage door
That's cool.
garages,
That's
and they
what
open up to allow
that's
the
what we have.
yeah.
So it's crazy to see the place before. Look it up on Google. Look up El Kuki before, and then the after. So what the point is, I mean, it's like David, Angel, Mara, Tylen, and the staff, all of us, dude. I mean, we came up with this brilliant plan. I mean, everybody's thoughts came together. The way David describes it, he describes that everybody's ideas came together and just became this beautiful thing, dude. It's a masterpiece. And it looks awesome. It looks fantastic, in
So
here, dude.
so
I mean,
this is it.
You're
So
talking outdoor bar with like some nice seating out there, dude. Lights everywhere. I mean, food.
I
Come
saw
on,
it.
I'm gonna pull
dude.
up y'all's
Food.
Instagram so I can
Food.
show
Where
her.
Yeah,
is
follow
this
us.
located? Like in Indian
You know, right up the street.
No, literally right here.
Right up the street. Mustard's.
Yeah, right next to Mustard's last stand.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, okay. Is it the
To the right of
taco
Mustard's.
place?
It's between the taco place and
See,
Mustard's.
I kind of know what you're
Just
talking
drive
about.
by it on the way out.
But
You'll
that's
see it.
awesome.
It's got the LED sign lit up.
Yeah.
Wait,
and
you guys are open right now?
We're not open now.
Okay, okay, because I
We're
saw
getting
like
there. We haven't had the confirmed date yet,
Mikey's like, I'm going
but
well,
right
because I
we're
saw
now.
very
pictures for like
close.
events.
Very close. So the idea behind this bar, I wish David was
Am
here
I
to.
looking at the wrong one? I think I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, I'm looking at Maikai.
You on my phone?
Makai. M-A. Oh, it's right here. I am following it. Okay, I was
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
say.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you believe
so
you
that's
text
the
us.
logo.
Oh,
Yep.
that's absolutely beautiful.
That's the bar.
Yep.
God, it's so pretty.
So
It's
what
awesome,
type
man.
of food are you guys looking to serve?
So
Like, oh my goodness.
we haven't disclosed anything on the menu yet. What I will say, the chef is awesome, dude. The chef's super dope. The chef's awesome. He's cool. The dude's I tried some of his food and it's so good. You know, it's crazy. It's going to be affordable for everybody. It's not going to be some outrageously priced things. Um, Drinks, Mara and I and Thailand are going to be handling. So our menu for that is going to be catered specifically to everybody. We got some non-kratom and kava things like we got refreshers on
That's what I
there.
like. You know, I
like-
like a business because, like, here's the thing is,
Mhm.
I don't like coffee. Like, Laura and I do not like coffee at all. But like, I like at Starbucks and Dunkin' the refresher drinks where
Yeah.
it's just like tea and caffeine.
Yeah.
You know, just regular tea, not like kratom. It's just something that's nice. It's like a juice. It's
Yeah.
like drinking
I am
juice,
so
adult
excited.
juice.
So the one thing that David tries to, the owner, David
Yeah.
tries to emphasize the most on us is he's like he wants everything fresh, he wants everything natural, no extra crap in the syrups, all
Yeah.
this like red 40
No
nonsense in
preservatives,
there.
yeah.
none of that. He
All
wants it to be
natural.
all natural.
That's awesome. That's one
Yep.
thing that like I try and promote, and that's one thing. So we have a mini series. Maybe we can do one episode with you guys. It's called Behind the Brews, where we interview one on one without like a group and an audience, but we brew tea or brew a flavoring, like
Yeah.
a syrup. We teach each other how to make our
Dude,
own
it'd be
homemade
awesome,
flavors,
man. Yeah,
and then we shoot it there
yeah,
at Mackay.
it'd be awesome,
I
man.
mean, it's one thing, is the fact that, I mean, you're known everywhere. Like, everybody knows you guys in the community. You guys are very welcoming, inviting. I mean, I've done events here, and you guys have always catered well. The customers are very receptive. Like, in the beginning, every event takes a while to get off. It took a while for it to take
Yeah,
off, but by the end, man, we had a group of people that, you know, I love getting to see people's talents,
yeah,
and there's a lot of talented
yeah.
people in this community because there's nobody in this bar right now that's like the person next to them.
Some
It's like the person
people,
next to them.
some people have open mic was a little bit harder for us sometimes. We'd never mind having your voice
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there
yeah,
on
of
the
course.
microphone, but it's harder for some places. Like our crowd is very active.
Yeah,
Not saying the other cow bars aren't,
yeah,
but obviously open mic works out a lot better at some other cow bars. Like Nocturne, they have a whole stage. They
yeah,
have
yeah,
a drum kit up there. They have everything, dude.
yeah.
That's a great place to do that. Here, it's like we're very active. Kava pong, cornhole.
And
I
it
mean,
kind of
full
interrupts. It
tournament.
kind of
Yeah,
clashes.
we want people to like. It's a whole bunch of people together
Yeah.
doing one thing.
I mean, look at the bar since we started this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. Like,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end the episode up at the bar with the camera because,
Yeah.
like, it's awesome to see how many people are out
Dude,
here.
I mean, this place, dude, it's loaded in here. It's
I mean,
busy,
since
man.
it started, people have doubled at the bar, and you still have people playing sports over here.
Dude, it gets to the point sometimes where it's like the walls start to sweat, man. It gets hot in here because it's so busy, and it's kind of crazy. This place, I've never imagined this place to be busy. Mackay's gonna be that way too, man. Just wait till you see.
Dude,
the
I'm
doors
so
open.
excited because here's the thing, you guys have like, you guys could do like really cool car meets there because you have the parking lot, but you also have the garage doors, you have the outdoor
Dude.
bar, the indoor bar.
Plans for that place is like, man,
It's
got
endless potential.
yeah,
And you guys are surrounded by some of the best restaurants.
beach surfer
You guys got
vibe, man.
Kreiderman's, you guys got Kreiderman's, Mustards. You guys have there's that gosh, what is it? Oh, Alligator Reef Club. I think they just
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah, well,
But,
we
like,
have our restaurant,
And you guys
man.
have your restaurant.
Yeah.
Here's the thing is there's only one kava bar I know that has a full kitchen, and like it's nowhere near. It's over in St. Pete or it's in Ybor. It's
Yeah.
Scream.
I don't even know of a cow bar that has an outdoor
Spooky.
bar.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any like. Here's the thing is the Mad Hatter has one, but they don't use it because like especially in Florida, it's hard to have a bar, but yours is completely covered.
Or just yes, there's like the sales that's covering it.
It's gonna bring so many new.
I'm really excited to see
It
it,
is.
dude. Like,
It's
'cause
gonna be cool.
there's
Everyone's
so
gonna be
much
sitting
cool.
outside.
Like, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but this is gonna inspire hopefully people to do more adventure out and try new
Yeah.
things because like it's great. I love what we have in the community, but it's all starting to get kind of repetitive.
It is, man. This is where that one thing that David and Angel want to throw to spice it up.
There's a
I mean,
niche.
it's crazy, dude. These guys have a brilliant minds. They came up with a really cool idea, man. And everybody pitched in. We all helped, man. I mean, David, dude, is there day and night, every day. I mean, the dude's here all the time. Sweat, man. So much sweat has been put in that place. So, and you'll see how nice. Like that dude's talented as hell. That dude is gifted. In every detail in that place. I mean, as far as like the decor. I mean, Maddie was helping out decor there. She did a lot of the greenery and stuff. It looks really
For
nice
sure.
in there, man. I mean, there's just everything's minds just created something so cool. I mean, the sand outside, dude, throwing some beach chairs out there.
That's really
They
so
have
cool,
plans
man.
for the backyard.
Absolutely going to thrive in this smart
Mhm.
community. And this
Yeah.
might even inspire other restaurants and businesses to start carrying kava and kratom
Yeah.
as the alcohol.
I mean, you already have the food and beverage license. Like,
Yeah.
what's stopping you? Like,
Yeah.
like, cause okay, for example, Decon Diego's, they sell Route A1A Kava ice cream now, and that's one of their biggest buyers.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guys has. I mean, it's not a restaurant, but it's like a smoke shop as well as just like it's kind of becoming loungy now.
Yeah.
But they sell it there. Cafe Surfinista
Yeah.
in Cocoa Beach. They also have.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like now that we have businesses that aren't kava related, have no correlation whatsoever, no connection to kava kratom at all, they're starting to bring that into their business.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
Yeah, and it's really taken off these past couple years, man. I mean,
I'm saying by 2030, man, like it's gonna be kind of like how you have some bar
Yeah.
and grills, but you guys will probably be the pioneers of that.
yeah, we know what's cool is that last time Mara and I went to take Mara north to the DC area, where that's originally where I'm from. We took her up there. There's not in DC, but there's a city called Richmond. It's in Richmond, Virginia.
I've heard
There's
of
a
that.
kava bar out there, man. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so dope.
I've
the
heard of
same-
a lot of cool ones also in North Carolina as well. Up in
Yeah.
the mountains as
Yeah,
well.
dude, we've been to a lot of them, man. New Orleans, we went to one.
So
man.
she-
I
Oh, she didn't get to go. She was out there twice.
Three times.
Three
It
times.
was cool.
Yeah, spending too much time out there.
It was cool.
Too hungover to make it
Dude,
out there.
it's definitely a cool spot. The one in Louisiana. There's, I mean, ones in Pensacola, Tampa. I mean, dude, there's a lot out there. It's just growing and growing and growing. I just hope that they don't start to, misinterpret what kratom actually is. And I
Yeah.
think that's why people should be
People
knowledgeable
get
about what
lost
it
in
is.
it and they believe what they read on the internet. It's the
Right.
worst part.
Too mainstream to where like
I mean,
the true message and
I
meaning
mean,
behind it.
what
You
is
would-
it? Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
Come
like,
on.
here's the thing: is like people. That's the biggest issue is people believing what they read on the internet, and people always say, "Don't believe what you read on the internet." But whenever it's something they're not familiar with, it's easy just to
Yeah.
just be like, "Well, this is what I read.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it says online."
Yeah.
And then people like, they just completely put away the fact that like they just said, "Don't believe what
Once
you
their
read on the internet."
mindset on something, it's really hard for their mind to change
I mean, okay,
unless
so
they see it and try it for themselves.
back in the days, I will say on the third week that Kava Tea Club was open, I was helping them like just kind of stand in as like a guest Kava tender. My favorite story to tell, and I've told it on here before, is we had a girl that would come in as a regular, and her family were bikers, super huge bikers, and but her grandpa would come in just to like be with his granddaughter and hang out. But we would always be like, "Hey, you should try this, man." He's like, "I'm not drinking that. Tea's a girl's drink, blah blah blah." And like, and he's like, "I'm not drinking none of that." And I told him, I was like, "Listen, man, I will make you. It's not on the menu. Whether you like it or you don't like it, I'm not gonna charge you. I'm gonna make you this drink, and if you don't like it, you can say you don't like it, and you tried it, and you never have to have it again.
We do that too.
And like, let me make this for you." And he tried. I make a banana Foster's kava shell,
Yeah.
and he loved it. And he
It's
came
awesome.
back. Pretty much, he came back every other day for pretty much, I would say a year, maybe a year and a half, and even to this day has been 2 years sober of alcohol, and he was really bad at handling
That's
his
awesome.
alcohol, and like he had super bad back issues, and he was
That's
drinking kratom tea, and like if I hadn't nudged him that extra inch, like there's being pushy, and then there's guiding somebody to try something new,
It's awesome,
and there's
man.
like a fine line, and that's what it's about. Like that is the
Yeah.
moment that every bartender, every kava tender has, where they're just like, this is why we do it.
Honestly, dude, I couldn't agree with you more. I do think that one thing I'd like to tell people too. I mean, I just say this out of my own experiences with kava, dude. I feel like kava is not really, you know, it's a kava
Yeah,
bar. Dude. People will start to go directly towards these because it provides an instant effect.
yeah.
To get that, people need to start giving kava time, man. Kava, like, it's a good wave, dude. If you give it time and you invest into it, dude. I mean, just have a tea. Okay, have your tea and then have one shot with it.
I
And
mean,
build your reverse tolerance. I mean,
last year the World Health Organization like kind of disproved a lot of stuff. They were like, this is like a natural remedy you can
Yeah.
take. They haven't said anything about kratom yet, but about kava, the World Health Organization, which is everywhere. It's
Yeah.
the World Health Organization. And the fact that, especially, I know everybody uses it now that's in the kava community, but the Moana movie,
Yeah.
if Disney's willing to put something in their product,
How bad can it be?
like,
How bad can it be?
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Disney's not perfect or whatnot, but like, if they're willing to put it in a kids movie,
Yeah.
like
No, I agree
if
with
Disney's
you.
willing to take that risk, because here's the thing is Disney has everything to lose by promoting something that's
Yeah.
bad like that. Like they take a lot of stances, and I feel like as much as I don't agree with a lot of stuff they do, I'm really glad that they're the first people to openly promote that. And it was funny. I was sitting at where was it? I was sitting at either Island Route EGAD or Island Route downtown, and I was playing this video game. And I've been playing this video game for 5 years, and it's a game where like you travel from island to island and gather resources. And somebody comes up behind me, he's like, "Bro, is that a kava plant?" And one of the main plants in the game, like it's just like a decoration, is literally a kava plant. Exactly. And I looked it up, and in like the game's like in the game wiki, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's like some very unknown plant called the kava plant." And it's really cool, and it's like it's everywhere throughout the game. And I was like,
It's cool.
"How have I been playing this game for 5 years and not realize that that's the kava plant?" So
That's
it's just cool to
hilarious.
see, small things like that, And
Yeah.
nobody's ever gonna look and be like, you might have some people that are really into like being plant moms, but
Yeah.
they're gonna like no one's gonna look into that and be like, what plant is this in this niche video game?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's all it takes is just a couple small baby steps.
yeah. It's. Oh, actually, too, I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
please, yeah.
But for anybody that's we're hiring. We need we need bartenders. We really, really, really need bar backs. I mean, we really need a really good team there. Tyler and I are working really hard to form a team, its own team apart from T Club, to be at Mackay. We have already have some great people. We'll be working alongside with Tyler and I and Mara to
If you have a good work ethic, man, like here's the thing: is like as much fun as it is in a kava bar, you do have to be able to balance that work play.
yeah
Just because you do have to, you get to have fun, you get to work with your friends, but like shells ain't gonna clean themselves.
no you're right.
The shells pile up.
If you're one of those people that can hustle, I mean, those people that can execute the job, man, they can just get through it, get some
The social
scholarship,
benefits of
end of it.
working in a kava bar, dude, it'll change your life. Like
Yeah,
working in kava bars has probably been the most fun job I've had.
yeah,
Like you get to meet so many different people because in a kava bar, like I said earlier, nobody's the same. You got doctors, you got lawyers, you got small business owners, you have mechanics, you have grocery clerks, just anybody's. Like you really can't go wrong. If you can't find somebody you like at a kava bar, you're just a sad person.
yeah. I don't even know what to call you, honestly.
Yeah,
Go
you're
hang
just a
out at an
bummer.
alcohol bar, I
A
guess.
bummer. Yeah. But
Oh
yeah,
God.
so how can they reach out to you guys if they want to
So,
apply?
Tyler and I have been recommending that you guys can either message T Club Instagram, you can message Mackay Instagram. We're gonna be hiring for both, so if you guys want to work either or do something where you guys can flex between both, uh, do us a big favor. Just drop us a resume in on the Mackay Instagram or T Club, or the way I like it done is I like to have an actual physical copy,
I
and I like
hate
to
when
see.
businesses are like, oh, just do it online, dude. I'm gonna
Yeah,
hand
I
you
don't like
something.
that either, man. I'd rather see you in person.
Yeah.
Legit, you know. So if I encourage you guys to bring in your actual physical copy, Mara, Tylen, and I are pretty much here 7 days a week, pretty much open to close for the most part. If you don't catch us, um, Hans, anybody else will be here. Just hand it to the bartender there. We'll sort it out for you, and then just ask when you can actually get my phone number from the bartender. But we're here pretty much any day. Don't be afraid to ask me. I know a lot of people say I have a resting bitch face and I look mean. I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
obviously,
pretty
dude,
easy
from
going.
this podcast, dude, like, honestly, I have to say, you probably one of our best interviews. Like, you've handled everything well. Like, you talk well. You're the right level of like energy, and you keep on topic. I'm really bad. I think this is the most on topic I've been
Yeah?
for an episode
That's
ever.
good.
I let
Right.
you take the
Right.
reins.
What do you ask people? Like, oh, so how was your first experience at Kabati Club? They're like, yeah, I was on the plane yesterday flying to Morocco and
Yeah.
just some random conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm really bad at getting off topic.
You know what it is? It's the Cavantino.
It's the
Focus,
cup, yeah,
dude.
focusing, dude. No, seriously, these drinks are amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
they're good.
so
They're good.
I got the watermelon pineapple
Yeah.
tea. Lauren got the mango passion.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
got some new flavors that are out. We got a few big ones. Meet your mocktails, dude.
dude, I
Meet
love.
your
Hey,
mocktails?
I
Good.
love Mitra mocktails. Like,
Yeah.
that's one thing is like, if you can make a good, because there's so much you can do with Mitra. Like,
There is.
really, like you have the Go packs, you have the M9 shots, you can buy just the Kratom seltzer itself,
Yeah.
like the Kratom extract seltzer, flavored Kratom seltzers, flavored kava seltzers,
There's
like.
the Kava Hana shots there too.
Dude, oh my
Those
gosh,
are
you
good.
really can't go wrong.
No.
Well,
they're
I
just
appreciate you
tasty.
talking, man.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously,
Anytime.
like that was awesome. This is the
Anytime,
best it
Mikey.
could have possibly gone.
Well, thank you again. It was good seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
I encourage you guys to please
Reach
send
out.
reach out in regards to the application.
Even if you don't think you're a good fit for it, it's better. Honestly, I always think it's better to have somebody who doesn't know what they're doing in a kava bar, so you can train them exactly the way you want them.
Right.
Because those make the best employees.
It's like
Because then
clay,
they
man,
don't have
molding
this
clay.
connotation to like, oh, this is how I learned it here, so I'm gonna do it my way.
Man. We're pretty easy going too, guys.
Pretty easy going. You heard it here.
All right,
This is the part of the show where we kind of break down that barrier between podcast hosts and just members of the community, where we just, it's like you're talking to a friend, we're talking back to you, and we just talk about our personal lives, and we kind of open up and let you know who we are outside of what you might think we're like on camera. I might be a goofball, but who knows? I might actually be a genius.
Yeah, you are a genius, Mikey. You don't give yourself
Yeah.
enough credit. You really do. You really don't.
Well, I'm gonna let Lauren go first. So Lauren, go ahead and tell the folks.
So I have
Yep.
something cool coming up.
All right, come sit. You can be part of our conversation.
Welcome. I guess I'll start over.
So we're bringing Mara back, which, by the way, we found out in the last segment that you and Gabe are married. Like, I mean, I knew that, but like the
Oh,
folks at
yeah.
home.
Yeah, we got married in like May of 2 years ago.
Like it makes so much sense, you guys. Like you guys are both two big goofballs, and like it just like you guys handle everything together pretty well. Like you guys are a good
You
team.
guys seem like the perfect match.
So we're kind of talking about. So Lauren's going now, and then we'll have you go next. This is just the part of the show where we just talk about our lives and just stuff that's going on. Where we break down the barrier between people like on the people that are podcast hosts that might hold themselves as some kind of celebrity status, but we're just members of the community, just like you, just like Lauren, and we just talk about our normal lives, maybe something interesting that happened to you in the last week. But Lauren's gonna go first, talk about what
So
she's going.
I actually have something very interesting coming up this Saturday.
Oh.
I know we were talking to Nyla and she had mentioned her ball python. I'm about to go to a huge reptile expo, one of the biggest ones ever, down in West Palm. I have a ball python myself. I have
I
a
always forget that.
albino inchi. His name's Butters, a beautiful white and yellow ball
You've probably
python.
seen him here.
And yeah, I'm super excited. They have all different morphs there for all you reptile lovers. They have like leopard geckos, all different types of snakes, but the main one is the ball python. And it's just we went to one in Orlando a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. Like I'd never been to one. It was just so interesting to get to talk to the breeders and the reptile caretakers and just hear their stories, hear how long it took them to even like make a snake look the way it did.
Yeah.
They had like black and white ones that looked like Oreos. They had just like rainbow looking ones. So I'm super excited to get to go do that down West Palm.
Cool. Cool. Well, Mara, what you got? What you got that's new and interesting about you?
It's just my birthday.
Oh, okay. How old did you turn?
I turned 22.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
22.
Yeah,
Really?
Maria's a really great singer. You should check out her TikTok.
Yeah. At Coffee Club _ on TikTok.
Boom.
We're famous on TikTok.
No, yeah, controversial. One might say.
Yeah, we got some hate
You
comments.
got hey. What did you
That's
say to me
okay.
earlier? You said if you got haters, that means you're doing something right.
Yeah, we knew that we were famous because we have haters. You're not famous until
Well,
you have
hey,
haters.
to all your haters, you're on the biggest live studio audience Kava Kratom podcast. So
Hell yeah.
might be the only one, but hey, you're on the biggest one. But so yeah, what else do you got going on?
I learned how to shoot a gun recently.
Oh,
So that's fun.
what did you do that with T?
No, but we are having a little class here, concealed carry class.
Really? What kind of gun was it?
I shot a revolver and then just like a regular.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
know
you
the
with a
different
revolver?
ones, what
That's
they're
gotta be
called.
scary.
Yeah.
You can become like concealed carry certified.
Yeah. So you get it.
When is it?
I don't know the date. I have it on the Instagram though.
Let's check it out on T Club.
Yeah.
You can open carry though. It's for open carry, I think, isn't it?
No, it's basically in Florida, so it's you can have like when you buy a gun, you have to like wait 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have that certification, you don't
You don't have to wait.
wait
You get it
the
the same
3
day.
days. Yeah.
So I haven't done that yet. I would like to have it so that way I'm able to take like concealed carry my gun into other states that allow it. Whereas like right now the law, if you don't have it and you're over the age of 21, you can concealed carry only.
It's Valentine's Day.
And
Oh really?
Yeah. It's this Friday, February 15th.
And there's limited
And
spots.
yeah, and you have to it's a $50 deposit because as much as we love to, it's not free. It costs money to get certified. But yeah, so that's on February 15th at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Wait, so okay, I didn't know that. You can take. I thought you had a different.
so as of this year, Florida changed the law to where if you're over the age of 21, you can concealed carry without a permit, only in the state of Florida.
But if you get a concealed carry, you can conceal carry in any state.
Not every state, I believe, is a participant of this, but
35 states. See, Master T's got all that gun knowledge.
so like if I were to go out of state right now with my gun, I'd be able to.
Okay.
Yeah. But it also depends what state. Yeah.
I feel like Hawaii, Alaska might be like one of those, at least one of the.
I don't
15.
know all the
I'm not
rules.
sure. I just keep it here in Florida.
I just learned how to shoot a gun like a couple weeks ago, so.
Yeah, be careful. You know, like the little slidey thing that comes back. I almost took my finger off.
Oh,
Ooh.
the slide.
Yeah, the little target thingy.
Okay, I've actually
Oh no, you mean on the actual gun?
I've had one of the
Ooh.
one of
Yeah.
the worst pains I've ever felt, like that wasn't like done to myself, was I pulled my thing back and I got my finger, this part of my entire part of my finger trapped in the like the barrel check, like where you check the barrel,
Oh,
and it
that's
went
horrible.
and it like my finger, this part of my finger was
Ew,
black
ew,
for
ew,
like
ew,
2 weeks.
ew,
It was
ew,
bad.
ew.
It hurt so bad because like I was internally bleeding under my finger, but like there's nothing you can
Ew.
do.
Ew,
Yeah.
ew,
Well,
It's gonna make me pass out.
oh my gosh, that's so much fun. I love we pranked her on one of our mini episodes. But yeah, so that's something that's really cool.
So how long does it typically take and who's the instructor?
The instructor, I met him, but I don't remember his name.
Is he from Frog Bones?
I don't know. I don't think so. But he was here the other day when Gabe and Thailand did theirs. It was like an hour and a half.
Wow, that's really quick.
But the $50 is for him. We don't like, so when you make your deposit, that's the money that's going for the guy to teach the class.
Okay.
And then once you have the class, like how do you go about
I think you like fill out something
He
online
signs off on
and
it.
then he sends it all to you. Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Well, nothing really crazy happened to me this week. Actually, that's not true. I got a couple of gigs this week for music, which has been a really difficult thing locally. I can get gigs in Orlando, Daytona, New Smyrna Beach. I officially signed on for a really big gig, which is for a really big bar crawl in downtown Daytona Beach. Goes all the way from Ormond all the way to New Smyrna or to Titusville, I think, and then back to downtown Daytona Beach. But I'm gonna be headlining the event. It's something like 8 or 9 kava bars, like all from Ormond Beach all the way down to Titusville and back. And on top of that, I'm gonna be having a recurring gig at River Rocks, which is off US 1. And I literally right 5 minutes before we started taping, my buddy Dro, you seen Biggie? He just invited me. I'm gonna open for him on February 28th at the Dunes in Cocoa Beach. So like that's honestly that's kind of one of the hardest things is open mics are great. Like don't get me wrong, like open mics are really great for testing new stuff. But having an actual gig locally where like you know everybody, it's just that more personal and it's more rewarding. Like I can go perform for a bunch of regular people and them, be like, oh, that was really nice and stuff. But hearing it from the people that like inspired me, it's much more heartfelt. And don't get me wrong, I love there's a reason why I go out twice, almost 4 times a month to New Smyrna Beach and Daytona to perform. Like I love, it's like a second family. And that's the one thing is like, you can have multiple kava families and it's like, there's nobody takes it personally. And the ones that do obviously they're dealing with something way more than just the fact that you're at a different kava bar. But yeah, so this whole week has been really good for music. Cool. Well, hey, that's what I'm saying is themed kava bars are like going to be the new thing. And you guys we're really excited to see what happens with Makai. Like that's from the pictures we've seen, like it's going to be the prettiest kava bar we've ever seen. And the fact, very unique, you have the full kitchen, the outside bar, the indoor bar, the cool garage doors. Really excited to see what you guys got going on there. We're actually going to come finish the episode at the bar. We're going to do a bula call, I guess.
Oh hell yeah.
Just to end it out because there's so many people here and I might as well take advantage of people behind us. But cool. Thank you, Mara. Thank you for talking to us.
So as you guys can tell, we lost our audio during this last part for the Bula call, but as you can see, it was a really good crowd. We had a lot of fun out there, but we're gonna cut the video here. I'm your host, Mikey2,
And I'm your co-host, Lauren Olivia.
and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.